Okay, thank you everybody for joining. We'll start with if you want to use the hand thing to you put your hand up, I'll call on you and then we can get started. So start with does anybody have their hand up already? Start with Kevin. Do you want to go first? You probably have a question. Everyone hear me?
Yep, can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. So, or actually, Justin has his hand up. So, sorry, Justin. So,
Coach, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Are you there? I couldn't hear you.
Yep, I'm
Okay,
here.
you're good now. You're good now. Hey, I just kind of wanted to ask about the obviously with the earlier week last week. Ben pitched on Saturday, 28 pitches. Would that affect how you going to use your rotation going into the Big 12 tournament at all?
Yeah, we're gonna start David Hageman on Wednesday.
That's his first start, right? Or
That'll be his first start, correct?
okay. Your thoughts there with him with his first start, and obviously he's pitched very well throughout the year.
Yeah, he's pitched great, and we've got there's a lot of variables involved, but I think we need to get off to a really good start, and try and get into the middle of the game and have a chance to win it. If you don't, our starting pitching's been really good the whole season, and we're just trying to line it up the best we can to give us the best opportunity to win games 1, 2, and 3.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Obviously, like you said, the starting pitching has been good all year. Uh, then the Texas series comes along at probably the worst time, I guess. But uh, do you just kind of take that as just one bad weekend, or is there a concern with the starting pitching at all?
No, I have all the faith in the world in our guys, but there's a lot that goes into it with matchups and planning on being here for 4 or 5 days if you can, and what you got to do to try and get a host spot. And there's a ton of different variables, but we met as a coaching staff yesterday and figured this was our best chance to win the first game.
Thank you, Coach.
anybody else? I don't see any other hands, but if anybody wants to jump in or go with Greg.
Coach, what's the overall level of on the morale of the team, and how quickly do you think they're able to move past the Texas series?
Oh, that's ancient history in our minds. You have to move past that series just like we had to move past the Oklahoma series to play Texas Tech, and move past the Kansas series to play Oklahoma State. You play a long season. You can't get too excited about when you win and too disappointed when you lose, because this isn't like football, where you have to sleep on it for 6 nights till you get to play again. In our sport, you have to learn to rebound pretty quickly from the good days and the bad days. So we had a great day of practice yesterday and had a lot of fun, and guys were hooting and hollering. And I think our mentality right now is pretty good.
Anybody else? Jared, you can go.
Hey, Coach, Jared with the Charleston Gazette Mail. You guys played Texas Tech not too long ago. I guess looking back on that series, what are your biggest takeaways? From that, some good pitching, some good hitting, it seemed like.
Yeah, that was one of our better weekends of the year. We played really well, outscored them by a bunch. And of course, they're leading the league in hitting and have a very dynamic offense. And we owned, I don't know, 5 runs and less than 10 runs in the series, I know. So we pitched really well against a dangerous team. So, but, they've seen all of our guys now, so they have a little bit of advantage as far as knowing what our pitchers look like and the shape of their pitches. So we got to try and do the same thing, limit that offense as much as we can.
Um, Bob, do you want to go?
Adam, I'll jump in if I can.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Might be on you.
Hey, Coach, I haven't seen any of the announcements yet. I'm assuming they'll come out later today. I'm assuming JJ will win Big 12 Player of the Year. If that is true, yeah, and I guess one of the old sayings in sports is when your best players are also your hardest workers, it kind of makes for something special. I'm just kind of wondering if JJ kind of fits into that mold, and what's it been like, being a part of his life and him being a part of yours for the last couple of years.
Oh, it's been amazing. He's players like JJ don't come along all that often. You have good players that in 35 years I've coached, and you just know they're good players, but JJ is a different cat now. He does it all really, really well, and is a tremendous kid, tremendous personality, very intelligent, great work ethic, unbelievable baseball player. You just know that he's got a real career in this game, and I hope to be one of the first ones sitting in the stadium when he plays his first big league game. But it's just a joy to be around him this year. I've never seen a season like he's had before, and the way he's gone through it and handled it's been something special.
Kind of curious, in your opinion, what do you think is the more amazing thing about JJ? The fact that he's had the year that he's had this year, or the fact that he had the year he did as a freshman on basically one good knee?
I think the year that he's had this year, because of all the hype that was surrounding him, and everybody started talking about him, and kids are kids. They get on social media, and he knows that he was in the race for the batting title in the nation, and everybody's talking about him and interviewing him, and he listens to me say how great he is, and to perform in spite of all that surrounding him is what separates the great players. Manoah's junior year was filled with a lot of hype and
Right.
projected first round draft picks, and a lot of kids can't handle that and can't perform while that's going on. But he just kept getting better and better and better the more people kept talking about him, and that's a separator.
If I could ask one last one on JJ, I think it was last week he went on that radio podcast and said he was definitely coming back to West Virginia next year. Obviously, good news for you in the program. But would you be surprised at all if another school out there tries to offer?
Yeah, that's actually that was pretty upsetting to me that people are talking about our players transferring before the season ends. That's nothing that should ever be talked about going into the most important weekend of the year. That
Right.
served as nothing but a distraction. So we're not discussing that.
Good deal. Thank you, Coach.
Joe, if you'd like to go.
Randy, does the game change when you're in a big league park? And I know you had the game at PNC a couple weeks ago, but in terms of sight lines, is it different on the players playing in a big league park?
Yeah, but we've done it before. The experience at PNC helps you when you get in a big league park, and there's more empty seats than there are fans. You got to kind of get used to an atmosphere like that and get it out of your system. And one of the reasons we like to play at PNC to give us that experience. But, you know, these teams down here have played in this park during the regular season. So I can't say there's an advantage for us, but I don't think it's going to serve as a disadvantage for us. We're going to go practice today and get used to the surroundings. We've got, you know, half the team this year is new, so they've never been in this park. So we'll use today to get used to the surroundings, but that's just what you do in college baseball.
Bob, if you'd like to ask a question.
Yeah, I think we can do it now. Randy, what's the difference between playing playoff baseball and regular season and managing it too? I mean, do you have to do anything different?
Yeah, you know, you can't. It's like a whole new season, Bob. You can't worry about what's happened in the past. And you know, talked to the team yesterday about how this season has gone so far, and I asked any of those guys if they had seen the Rocky movies, the original Rocky movies, you know, with Apollo Creed. And believe it or not, some guys on our team raised their hand that they had never seen that movie. But you know, it's like you don't have to win every round to win the fight. You know, you just gotta win it at the end. So we've gone 8 rounds so far. We've won 6 and lost 2. So we're going into the 9th round right now of a 10-round fight, and you just got to win. At this point, you got to win them 1 round at a time. So we got to come out here, and who cares if you won round 5, 6, or 7, or if you lost round 3 or 4. When you get to round 9, man, those are the championship rounds, and that's when you got to step up, and that's when you're tired and when you've been punched in the face the whole game, and you just got to forget about it. And when the bell rings, come out and go knock the other team out.
You guys Rocky or Apollo?
We're Rocky, man. We were picked to finish 6th in this league going into this thing. So in typical fashion, nobody thinks we can win when this thing starts, but you know, it's by no means over, but it's way easier to play as the underdog than it is as the favorite. So we're going to come out and play with a chip on our shoulder like we always do, and see how we do.
Thanks.
Atticus, if you'd like to go.
Yeah, Coach, I just wanted to ask about that chip on the shoulder. You guys have responded really well to losses all year long. The team seems to have a lot more energy on the field the next game. How does that change your confidence and the team's confidence going into this weekend, knowing you've got that chip on your shoulder, you've got the energy you guys want to have?
Yeah, the one thing about this team, I have a ton of confidence in this team. I've been around them for, 54, 55 games now, and I know what they're capable of doing. So there's never going to be a day that I take the field where I don't have 100% belief in every guy in uniform, and I feel really good about our chances to win on Wednesday and go through this tournament, move on to the postseason, and continue to do things that have never been done here before.
Thanks, Coach.
Anybody else have any other questions? Feel free to jump in. Justin, you can go. Justin, you can go ahead.
I was on mute. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Coaches, going into this tournament, do you have any kind of feel at all of what you guys need to accomplish, or how far you have to go, how many wins in order to, secure a host region?
I don't have any idea. I'm not in that room with those committee members and know what they talk about. All we can do is go just try and win each game that we play, and if we do well enough and somebody feels like we're worthy of playing in Morgantown, then we'll play in Morgantown. But I think we just go out and win them one game at a time, and let other people make those decisions.
Good deal. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? If not, we can end it right there. No one else has any more questions. So, thanks for joining. We'll see if anybody's gonna be in Arlington. I'll see you all in Arlington. Thanks.